All right, great Sunday morning, everyone. How are you? Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufacturing Home Sales Mastery, in for our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day at 8:15 Central Standard Time. And I'm coming to you live from our mobile office. I'm back home after 2.5 weeks and over 3,000 miles of traveling, going between San Antonio to Tyler, Texas, to Albuquerque, New Mexico, to Las Vegas, New Mexico again, and ending the week out in Tyler, Texas. Got back home, and now I'm out and about with the fam. We got a soccer game, right? Our 10-year-old is playing in a tournament that could be a 2-month-long tournament. They have ended the season undefeated, and now we're in this deal. Anyway, we're still coming to you live each and every day. And today is Sunday. Today we do our Sunday recharge. And today I want to talk to you about growth. And you can apply this in your life. You can apply this in your business. You can apply this in your health. And that's really where I'm going with this. We're both in business and health, right? But, let's stop and go over this. So our quote for today, check this out. Okay. The quote for today is from Abraham Maslow, and it says, "You will either step forward into growth or you will step back into safety." You will either step forward into growth or you will step back into safety. Sorry. So check this out. This does not only apply if you own business. Okay. This has everything to do with who we are as people. If you work at a company, if you're an employee of a company, are you continuously trying to grow? You're continuously trying to get better. You're continuously trying to add value to your company, or are you trying to just get by with doing enough so that no one raises a fuss about you, so that you don't get into any sort of issues, right, with your employer, and just get paid, right? Because here's the thing. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. I posted on my Instagram last night as well. If you're not going forward, if you're not growing, you're going backward. You may think that, hey, I've got this nice cush job. I'm just going to do enough to get by, and I'm good. Here's the thing with good. Here's the thing with complacency. All right. The thing with complacency is there's always somebody working to try and pass you up. And you may think in the back of your mind that I'm okay with that, man. I'm as long as I'm here. But you've got to understand, in the day and age that we live in, folks, companies are looking for ways to cut costs. Companies are looking for ways to be able to scale back the staff. They're looking for who out there is replaceable. And who do you think is most, me and my company, as I'm building this thing, and I'm having to make some decisions, I'm looking at who's complacent. I'm looking at who's just doing enough. The ones that stand out are the ones that are continuously trying to improve. And those are the ones that you either call a brown noser, right? Overachiever, whatever it may be. All they're doing is they're continuously growing. And so even if you think you're good, you're at the point where you're safe, or in your relationship, hey, we're good. I don't have to keep, taking her out. I don't have to keep treating him right. I don't have to keep, man, you're going backwards. You're going backward. And the problem with that is it could lead to so many other problems in life, right? So why is it important that we keep growing? Like I mentioned, one of the things is people are always going to be trying to pass you up. The other thing is just for you as a person, as an individual, the fact that you keep growing, the fact that you keep trying to get better, the fact that you keep working and improving and providing more value and doing more and being more and always pushing yourself, is that then you avoid the majority of the heartaches and the headaches of life by doing so. You avoid the problems that come your way, because when there are problems, I'm not saying you don't have them. I'm just saying you're able to work through them. You're able to work through them more efficiently. You get through them quicker. It's not like a person that something bad happens to them and affects them for a very long or extended period of time, because you're that person who is always evolving, always growing. So when a situation arises, you're looking at it as, how can I get past this? What do I need to do in order to grow and be able to solve this problem and keep moving forward, as opposed to getting stunned by it, right? That's one of the reasons why it's so important to keep growing. Plus, at the same time, it helps extend your life. You may think you're wearing yourself out, right? Like right now, here's the thing. And yes, I understand that sleep is important. And I don't say this as a badge of honor, but right now, because of where we're at, only a year into this business, I'm still at the point where I work 16, 18, sometimes 20 hours a day, because I have to. But at the same time, it keeps me going. I'm moving all the time, man. I've got to keep doing this. I'm not staying stagnant. And my body's always in motion. My brain is always in motion. My body, not so much as it should be, but we're attacking that, right? We're attacking that, and we're going to get it where it needs to be. But it is always the better idea to keep growing, keep moving, keep pushing yourself, keep challenging yourself by putting yourself under stress, under duress, by putting yourself in situations that you've got to continuously work at getting better or growing, getting out of these stressful situations. You are building the skills needed. You're building the skills that are needed in life and in business or in sales or whatever it is that you do to keep winning. You may have setbacks, but by continuously putting yourself in those challenging situations, you are continuously building more and more skills. I tell you guys all the time, right? When you look at my timeline and whatever social media, you'll see that day. Today is day 994. Had I not started 994 994 days ago, a little over 3 years. Is it 3? Right? I think. No, almost 3. Had I not started back then, okay, working at myself, building the discipline through taking on my health and working out just about 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day, building that discipline, that focus, there's no way, I'm telling you right now, there is no way that Manufactured Home Sales Mastery would still be here a year later. Because I would have given up probably 4 or 5 months into it, and you'd see me back at a sales lot somewhere, either as a salesperson, sales manager, general manager, doesn't matter, but that's where I would be. I'd be back on the sales floor somewhere selling manufactured homes. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but what I'm saying is I chose to take the step of starting a business. I would not have gotten this far had I not built those disciplines, had I not put myself in those challenging situations, had I not continued to push myself to grow and get better, even at 48 years old, however old I was when I started that challenge, 47, 48 years old. Had I not started then, right now, I would not be sitting here in front of you doing this, because I would not have Manufactured Home Sales Mastery still. And that's the benefit to it, folks. The benefit to continuously growing is you build the skills needed to push forward through difficult situations, right? So what are the top 5 ways to be able to continuously grow? Well, first, and this is probably going to be a 6th, right? This is number 6. It starts with empathy. You have to care. You have to care to want to grow. You have to care, because most of the growth is going to be, yes, you learn from it, right? But in business, let's apply this to manufactured home sales now. How do you continuously grow your business? If you're a salesperson, sales manager, general manager, you don't have to be the owner. This applies to you, folks, okay? How can you continue to grow? How can you do better in 2024 than you did in 2023? How can you do better in 2024 than you did in 22, however long you've been in this business? Well, it starts with caring, because the only reason you're going to push yourself is because you want to be better, yes, for yourself, but mainly for the people that you serve. If you're doing it out of purpose and wanting to serve people better, you're going to fly through this thing, man. You're going to just do the things that are necessary. But here are the top 5 things you got to do. First of all, you need to analyze your sales systems. Do you have a sales process in place? What does that look like? What does your sales process look like? Do I have a format that I follow? Do I have a routine? Am I a boring person? Boring gets you paid. And what I mean by boring is, do you do it the same way every time with every customer? And to you, it might be the 1,000th time that you're doing this, but to that one customer, it's the first time. And is that sales process set up in a way that is going to help them understand that you are the best option for them, that your product is the best decision they can make, and that buying anywhere else would just be a mistake? First of all, you've got to look at your sales process, and what does that look like? Second thing you got to look at is the data. The data does not lie. How many ads are you posting a day? How many responses are you getting to those ads? Where are you sharing those ads? How many times a day do you track all of that? How many calls are you making per day? Are you tracking the number of calls, and you're tracking the number of people that actually answer your calls? If you don't have a CRM, you've got to have some sort of notebook, journal, sheet of paper, a spreadsheet. Track it. Back in the day, before I had a CRM, we didn't have a CRM until about the last year before I left Titan Factory Direct. Everything I had on a spreadsheet. I even have it to this day. I show it to the folks that I do consulting and training work with, so that they can see how I ran my business back in the day. And when I say back in the day, that was just up until last year, okay? So we've been in this thing with you. Anyway, you've got to track the data, right? How many people are you meeting with each and every week? How many appointments are you setting? Out of the appointments, how many are showing up? How many are coming back to see you that you didn't sell? Of the ones that do come and see you, how many are you selling? What's your closing percentage? What's your pull-through percentage? All of those things, that which is measured can be improved. So the data does not lie. You need the data. Okay. What does your marketing plan look like? Do you have a marketing plan? Do you have a strategy for which homes you're going to advertise and when, and for how much, and what are the offers that you're giving with it? How many ads do you post today? Where are you sharing to? How many groups do you share to? How many groups are you a member of? All of these things matter. You've got to make sure that you are analyzing and have a marketing plan in place. Okay. The 4th point to growing your business: know who your customer avatar is, your ideal customer. What does he or she look like? What is their situation? Okay. Are you looking for people that only have land? Are you okay with land, people with no land? Okay. Certain demographics as far as income's concerned, things of that nature. You have to know who your ideal customer is based on your location, both as far as city and location, as far as company and where you're situated, where your retail location or your community is at. Okay. You have to know who you're after, because how can you market effectively if you don't know what customer you're after? Right. And then lastly, the 5th thing to growing your business: improve your customer buying experience. And we've been harping on this for so long now. We've been talking about it for a very long time. And this is what Manufactured Home Sales Mastery is about. Obviously, sales training, obviously getting you better at your sales efficiency, but more importantly is improving the buying experience. And we do that by growing as people. We do that by growing in our professionalism. We do that by growing in our product knowledge. We do that by growing in the way we feature benefit, and the way we close, the way we overcome objections, all of those things. And in order to improve the buying experience, you go back to point number 1, which is it all starts with empathy. If you want to improve all of these things, your sales systems, you want to be a person who analyzes the data. You want to be a person who has a marketing plan. You want to be that you want to know who your ideal customer is, and you want to provide a better buying experience, which all of those things that we just mentioned ahead of time lead to having a better buying experience, because the better all of that set up, the better and more effective you are on the phones and in person. It all starts with empathy. It all starts with caring. It all starts with you wanting to do better for the people you serve. Oh, and by the way, you end up getting better. Oh, and by the way, when you end up getting better, the people around you end up getting better. Your kids, your family, your friends, because they notice that you're different. Some may walk away from you, and that's okay too, because you didn't need them anyway. Always get better. There's too much complacency in this world. There's too many messages out there. There's too many people out there just trying to be the victim and, oh, woe is me. Screw that. Stop it. Don't fall trap to that. Continue to push yourself, get into better situations, get into stressful situations, get into situations that are going to build the skills for you to be able to press forward and move on. If you do that, you're going to take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. And that's what we're about, taking you to an elite level here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. You guys have a great Sunday. We've got some great things coming down the pipe. We got a huge announcement coming tomorrow as well. Man, things are wonderful. And it's all going to benefit you and your customers. All right, guys, that's it for me, man. Got to go watch this game right now. Go kick some butt out there. You guys have a great Sunday. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.